Yo, what is good, spooky crew? My name is Spectre. I'm doing things a little bit differently in this video today. I'm going to discuss my top 5 favorite indie horror games that I've played recently. I feel like this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, so you're going to start seeing a lot of these style videos from me. So if you do like it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. All the support is appreciated. Really, all there is to do now is
just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Number 1 on the list is From the Darkness. From the Darkness is a short first-person psychological horror game from indie developer N4BA. The game takes place in your late grandfather's apartment in which you set off to find your family photo album. A task that sounds easy might not be so easy when you realize you are stuck in complete and total darkness with something. Make sure to keep your wits about you while you search for clues, because you never know what might be lurking from the darkness.
Will you ever find your way out?
Second on the list is Visage. Visage is a 2020 psychological horror game developed and published by Sad Square Studio. This game is a must-play for any PT horror fans out there. The story takes place in a strangely structured house with a somber history. Players will control Dwayne Anderson as he explores the backstories of the inhabitants that once lived there. Players will have to explore this creepy house while avoiding darkness in order to reduce their loss of sanity. Most of these areas will need to be unlocked by solving some tougher than normal puzzles. Dwayne is trapped inside the house and constantly finds himself tormented by supernatural entities. What dark secrets will you uncover? Third on the list is MADiSON.
In the Hale family estate were finally auctioned. Among the auction items were paintings by, as well as some gold and diamond. Most noteworthy was Miss Hale's precious instant camera, which has finally found a new owner. Which has finally found a new owner. Which has finally found a new owner. Which has finally found a new.
MADiSON is a first-person psychological horror game developed and published by the Argentine studio Bloodiest Games. The game takes place in a large house where the player takes control of Luca, a teenage boy who receives an instant camera for his 16th birthday. The camera previously belonged to a serial killer 30 years earlier, and through the camera, the spirit of the killer plans to use Luca to put an end to a macabre ritual. This is another must-play for any PT horror fans out there. Will Luca survive the dark horrors that lie ahead? Fourth on the list is Slender The Arrival. Slender The Arrival is a video game developed by Blue Isle Studios in association with Parsec Productions. The game's protagonist and main playable character's name is Lauren. She is visiting her friend Kate, who recently lost her mother and is selling her house. When she enters Kate's home, she realizes Kate is missing. What happened? Will she ever find Kate? Will she ever escape the Slender Man? Always lurking in the shadows?
Waiting.
Fifth on the list is Welcome to Kowloon. This is a first-person psychological horror game by indie developers Aleska, MADiSON, N4BA, and Admia. You will find yourself in an area called Kowloon in search of cheap housing. The inhabitants of this place only at a first glance seem to be ordinary people. But if we dig deeper, we will see their real faces. What dark horrors await in the walled city? Sixth on the list, and special mention, goes out to Karma: The Dark World. This title's unreleased, and the release date is to be determined.
The Thought Bureau describes my duty as Rome. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. April 30th, 1976. It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau. It's taken me 8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
Karma: The Dark World is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller developed by Pollard Studio LLC. This game is set in a dystopian world where the Leviathan Corporation is omnipresent. Explore an alternate timeline set in 1984 East Germany. The Leviathan Corporation rules with an iron fist, controlling its citizens through mass surveillance, social class rules, mind-altering drugs, and the promise that the gates to utopia will open to those who serve. Will you continue to serve,
Or will you break the cycle and find the truth?
Yo, you still with me? Big ups if you are, and for those who have made it, I truly appreciate it. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting a bunch of these. I have some ideas for my next video, lots of games in my mind, so looking forward for that, and I appreciate your guys' support. See you next time.